Okay, so hold up. I'm gonna be real. That was garbage. The other mic is garbage. Like, it's next level garbage. Now what I have to do is, because basically we're gonna be getting close. Because the other mic, and this one's way better. You just gotta turn your volume up a little bit. This one's a little better, so because of that, well, actually it's much better. Just the actual mic from the actual phone is much better. And because of that, we now have to speak mad close. So we're gonna keep being close. I try to give you some silence where we're far away, but for the most part, if I'm speaking, we gotta be close. And that's what's gotta be. Sorry, that's just how it is, man. So that's what we're gonna do. Just get close, man. That's just how it has to be. If it gets loud, then I just have to stop talking. So, and I can't talk in like super loud places, just because you can't hear me. So as long as it's rather quiet, then we good. So make sure I only talk in quiet places, because otherwise you can't even hear me. That's just how it goes. But anyway, today there ain't much rain, so we gonna have to try this time, finally, to get over to where we meant to go this whole time, or where we meant to go the last time, yesterday. So we're gonna go there this time, hopefully. You know, these walks are actually they've become like a sort of highlight of my day. Oh, before I even talk about that, there's some sounds up here from, looks like a chainsaw or something. Someone's doing some yard work. Hey, I'm gonna have to get back to you. Well, almost. We're not there yet, but either way, you know, it's like, at the end of the day, man, car was passing. At the end of the day, you gotta just be like doing stuff that makes you happy, you know what I mean, when you can. Keep your peace, man. Keep your peace. And for me, I've come to enjoy these things, you know. Doing this thing that we're doing here, it's become like a highlight of my day, you know. It's become a little bit of a highlight where I enjoy doing it and make sure that I do it when I can. Just a thing I want to do for the time being. It's going to get colder though, so it's going to be harder to do it, but actually a bit different than I thought. That boy is power washing his car. He's getting it, bro. He's getting it. I respect that, man. Power wash your car, man. Power wash your car, man. I don't know about power washing though. I do it too much, but that is what it is, man. I don't know if you heard it that way or something. Like you heard it a little much. You know, give it a little bit of pain from that, but a little bit of a dentage. I don't know. Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is gonna be maybe a rather long one. These can go as long as they need to be, by the way. They can be 1 minute or 5 hours. It really doesn't matter. We're just kind of doing it. You basically going on a walk with me. Right? You going on a walk. I should call this series Going on a Walk with Me. Because that's really what it is. Because you always taking a walk with me. That's all you doing. That's really what I should call it, for real. That's the real name of what it should be. That's the real name. That's what we gotta call it. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, you need to keep your peace, man. And any way you can. Any way you can. Like, if there's any way you can keep it, man. It's important. So important. And peace sure ain't easy to keep, I'll tell you that. It's not even close, man. Peace is not easy to keep. You know who's gonna steal a lot of your peace? People. You know? That's usually what does. That's usually what does. Like I said, most of your problems in this life is based on you and based on people. And you can only solve the problems that you got. You cannot solve the problems of other people because that is not your problem to solve. And once you start trying to solve everybody's problem, you're going to develop new problems of your own. Because guess what? You got enough problems. And if you ain't keeping track of those, getting those in check, what are you really doing? Because what are you doing at that point? You ain't even keeping track and working on your own problems, but you want to worry about somebody else's. What is you doing? Yeah, we're about to get to the street soon. So, the main street, so there's going to be much more cars and stuff, so we'll probably pause it there, pick it up later. If it's too quiet, I always could edit it and try to increase the volume or something so you can hear me better, but this is what you got to deal with for the moment. Sorry to say it, man. This mic is better. This mic is better. It just sounds horrible when it's not like this. Either way, we're about to get to the street, and I'll get back to you when we're not on the main street, which shouldn't take too long. Granted, I'm on the main street, and it's actually kind of quiet right now, but it'll probably start getting loud pretty soon, within seconds. And it literally did. But not as loud as I expected this specific street, I guess. Some of the other ones are kind of loud, man. They just get louder and louder and louder and louder. And they get louder and louder and louder and louder. We should be there soon, I think. Stop it to look at the map. But I'd say it might be next to like a school, actually. Now that I think about it. So let me be careful showing stuff, man. Keep it low key. It's actually kind of low key. That's why I see some kids playing over there, and little stuff. It says right next to a school, like a elementary or something. It's not very big. It's not as big as the other one. It's actually very, very small. But whatever. There's like a skate type of thing over there. Skate type of vibe where you can skate. Looks like a small little football type of, not American football, small little football like field type of thing. Very small, very small. Drinking fountain with a bench next to it. Perfect. And there's also a little play place. It's like a little park. It's kind of just a little place right next to, right next to the school. There are some, someone's doing some work or something, so there are some of those sounds. I don't really want to sit too close to it, but the other bench wasn't in the shade, it was in the sun. So yeah, I want to make sure that I'm sitting where I'm not showing too much. I think this way might be perfect. Okay, I think, there's also it almost looks like a basketball court, but there's no hoop. Either way, I don't think I'll come back to this park. It's a little small and it's a little louder for my taste. The other one's much, much quieter, even though the other one's right next to the street. Like a busy street, it's still quieter. Some of the parks I can go to as well. I'm just trying, hey, just move around, do your thing, but this one's just a little small, yeah, we just chilling, man. Like I said, these are walks with me, but it's also talks with me, And I decided I want to edit these, at least minimally, raise the audio, that type of stuff. There's an idea of trying to monetize this type of stuff, but it's like, part of me just really wants to just exist like this. I think some of it could turn into clips or something, but overall, I think it just turns into a weird thing where we feel like monetizing that enough, and it's just too much. I'd rather just keep it to just chilling out. It's cold out here, by the way. It's gonna get colder, so these are gonna have to get shorter over time. they're gonna have to turn into more actual walks. Where we're just going to a destination and talking, pretty much. Going to another destination that's inside because it's gonna get cold. It's gonna be like snow everywhere and stuff. But I want to be able to do these anywhere, like these type of vlog type things. I want to be able to do them anywhere, you know, as long as I'm alone and I can do them, because it's not great if there's others. I mean, I could record around others, but they just ruin the content. But yeah. And like, water fountains small, man. They be making them small for them kids, man. I see a cat, and a squirrel, and a bird. You seen everything out here, man. I see. Oh, and the kids are going back inside after recess or something. Yeah, looks like they're going back single file line. I remember those days, man. You go single file line. You know, for me, I will go single file line like in class, and I don't know what it just felt weird. Like, we had to be in line. You know, just being in line just didn't feel... Oh, and the cat disappeared immediately after a crow came near it. Yeah, but, there's a bunch of crows here, too. Nice trees as well. Again, I don't want to show much because, like I said, it's identifying of location, so I'd rather not show most things other than you just looking at me. So yeah, it's just me trying to be private. So it doesn't really matter where I am. It almost feels exactly the same as if I'm in my house or something, you know. Guess you could try to like time how long it took me to walk. Oh, it took him this amount of time to walk to the park, even though I did there's like cuts in the middle of me like not showing anything. You might be like, oh, it took him this long to walk here. He must be in this area, and the park is that big. Whatever, bro. I don't know what to tell you about that. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it's split off though. Like, it's not connected necessarily. Yeah, it's not connected. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want it to be connected to the main. It's a danger to have it connected to the actual like schoolyard. It's nice. Not that. But it's nice that this happened to be nearby, like, a school, because it reminds me of my times where, man, it was different back then, man, when you were young, man. I mean, some of y'all watching this very well could also be that young as well. I mean, you think about the future, think about 20 years in the future. By the time that happens, if this video is somehow seen, you could very well have been born after this video was made, and that's insane. That's actually insane. But like, man, sometimes like, I feel like I gotta explain why. I have two different things I want to talk about. The main thing is like I said, it reminded me of the good old days. The good old days, them days. Back in the days, man, it was different. It was different. You had a different outlook on everything. There's so much stuff. There's so many things you just didn't care about. In the Word it talks about, in the Scriptures it talks about how you want to. You know what I mean. It talks about how you want to become. You should be more like a child. You should become like a child. If you want to be close to God, you should become like a child. And that's really not like literal, but it's like your mindset is like, how did you think as a child? Think about it. How did you think? Were you worried about taxes? I mean, technically you don't have to be like thinking about taxes. I gotta get taxes and stuff. But like, what was you really worried about? Like, of course you had weird worries that were crazy, but I mean, like, think about the good stuff that happened. Oh, they can come from the street that way. I didn't even know that. Like, think about the good stuff. The good stuff that can happen. I mean, it's not much, but something. Just think about it. We always think about the bad. Often. Very often. I mean, you thought about bad when you was young too, but you also thought about good. Also, your thoughts were simpler. Like, very simple. Ultra simple. Basically, like my channel when I first started it, my main and this channel even, but mainly my main channel, was thought so simply about, and I always think about like how effortless it was. I would just upload videos and try stuff, upload dumb memes or whatever, right? Like, that's what I would do. I do think I have to leave here though, because it's getting a little busy now. But yeah, I'll be back, I guess. We're getting out the park. We're gonna go to our last destination. But there was a few thoughts in my mind of like when I was smaller, younger. There was some thoughts in the thoughts in your mind. They're so simple. They don't like have a lot of expectations behind it. Like, when you reached out for friends, you weren't thinking like, okay, let's be friends, but like, we gotta like be friends. You just reached out to them and you just hang out. Some people you'd only hang out at school with, like, literally. You'd only hang out with them in a specific way, and that was it. But we weren't okay with that. We was not okay with that. Oh, I'm sorry. We were okay with that, but we're now not okay with that. We've become less and less okay with that, when we should be okay. And it's like, we made videos. Like, for me, I made videos just to make them, and we just played, had fun the way that we needed to. We didn't care about the future or having some result happen. If someone became our friends, they became our friends. If they ran away, they ran away. If someone was a bully to us, well, screw them, right? Like, that's it. At least that's how it was for me. I was blessed to be alone in those years. I thought it was horrible at the time, but so I'm getting closer because I kind of got to. But I was blessed in those times, bro. I was legitimately blessed, man. I'll get back to you after we're off the main street, man. Well, matter of fact, I'm not going to because I want to keep talking. Anyway, like I said, blessed. Literally blessed to be alone, bro. I know it sounds insane to you, but that's just how it was, man. That's literally just how it was. That's how it is in retrospect. Honestly, how I was at the time, though, was different. I was like, man, I need to have all this and all that. Where's my friends at? Where's my like in high school, they're all having like these like parties or get-togethers or, you know, partners and like early partners, you know. I was like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, I thought it was weird, but at the same time, I mean, you think it's weird, but then you kind of want it. Like, you think it's pretty odd, but then you kind of just want it for real. And it don't really do you much to really have it for real. But boy, do you want it. Boy, do you want it. At the time, that's one of the things you really want. But then you get up there and you realize that, man, those simple times, man, where you was alone doing your own thing, not worrying about nothing, those was the times, man. And then you want them back. They ain't coming back. Not the actual times, but you know what can't come back? It's how you treat it. You can make them times come back in a different facet entirely. It's how you treat things in your life. You can be like, hey, I'm finna think a little more about nothing. I'm gonna think a little less, to be honest. I'm gonna spend a little bit less time thinking, more time speaking. Right? Literally, most of my advice to you is stop thinking. Let God think for you. Alright? Let God think for you. Stop thinking so much. It ain't doing you much. Why are you thinking so much? Yeah, it ain't doing you much. Like, here's the thing. Do you think those other kids, even the ones that did have what you had, or that what you wanted, think they was thinking? No. They was not thinking, bro. Some of them was. But they wasn't really thinking. Nah, I gotta be close. They wasn't really thinking. There wasn't real thoughts in their mind. They was just doing it. They was acting on instinct. They was doing what they gotta do. I'm not talking about no teenagers at this point. I'm talking about when you're even younger. We're talking elementary. That's what we talking about. You didn't care. You just care about your toys, bro. You just cared about how much time you could spend playing the game, bro. When you get older, you care about other stuff, and it's not bad to care about other stuff. Care about realness, connection. Care about getting on your stuff, getting stuff right for yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's how you treat it. You can put a kid mindset. What the younger you have in mind. The younger you was like, man, I have all these dreams and goals and stuff I want to get to. Older you, it's different. He has the same dreams, but instead of being like, I want to get to them, let's do it. And I have this high hopes for the future. Old you was like, nah, it ain't gonna happen. Because you're too realistic. Dumb it down a bit. Why do you think they say smart people are so unhappy? Dumb it down a bit. Dumb it down a bit. I'm telling you, dumb it down a bit. I don't mean be stupid. I just mean stop thinking so much. And stop worrying so much. Fear is a lie from the enemy. 100%. Anxiety is the same. 100%. Stress is different. Stress is for survival. But stress, like your fight and flight, stress is for survival, but it can be used for your wrong. It can be used for bad. Because that's just how it is. Good can be used for bad, and bad can be used for good. Just how it goes. So remember that. They can both be used. They can both be used in whatever ways like that. And you gotta just say no. 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 I'm not gonna overthink. I'm not gonna listen to fear. Nothing like that, bro. I ain't listening. I ain't listening. Fear, slap that out of here, man. We don't like fear, man. You know? If you know this quote, then you know this quote from one of my favorite creators. I'll say that. I haven't watched him in a while, but I like his quotes, man. He do good. He do good, man. What he said, fear, you can boil down fear to a very simple acronym for false evidence appearing real. That's fear. False evidence appearing real. But instead of having to be false evidence appearing real, what can you do about that false evidence appearing real? And by the way, what does that mean? It means there's false evidence of things that you do not even know is going to happen, and they appear real, and now you're in fear because of false evidence. False things. So what can you do? What you need to do is change fear into I tried to hit it. Change it into something different. Change it into face everything and rise. Not false evidence appearing real, because that's what fear is. Let's be honest, that's what it is. What you need to do is face everything and rise, bro. Face everything and rise. That's all you can do. That's everything you can do. Rise. Face it. That fear, face it. It'll go away. It'll go away. You face it and it'll go away. It'll go away. Just that simple, man. Just that simple. It goes away. Fear loves when you do not face it. It loves when you just let it exist. And that's why I say don't worry about what everybody else is doing, bro. Because if you do, what does that do? What does that do? If you do, fear is but evident. It's evident. It's expected. You're gonna be fearing immediately. You'll be already afraid before you even start. Because you just care so much. And you can't control someone else. You can't. If someone decides to do you dirty, or be rude or anything bad to you, and you care so much, what does that mean? It means they are responsible for how good your life is, how happy you are. how content you are. They are not responsible for that. That becomes an issue real quick. So face everything and rise. Face all them issues and rise. It doesn't mean you gotta change anything about other people or try to fit them into your slot. If you have to go alone, go it alone. If you have to go it alone, go it alone. You were born alone, you're gonna die alone. I'll tell you that for sure. You're gonna be dead and alone. But guess what? You'll still be with God at the end of the day. But when you're putting that casket, I'll tell you, family won't be there. Kids won't be there. Now, if they care about you, you can at least know that they'll care about you, and that's respectable. But it's like, we have this viewpoint where we're just scared of the worst reality when you don't even know that worst reality is going to happen. Here's the key. If the worst reality does happen, you are still complete right now in Christ. Keep that in mind. You are still complete. You are still good. You're still chilling. Even if it all goes wrong. And even if you do die in that accident and you alone, which is the reality, you still chilling, bro. You still good. You still good. But that is the worst case. And that means everything goes up from here. So you're telling me that the worst case scenario is still the best case scenario. Why are we worrying then? Like, oh, but I won't be able to. But like, if I'm dying alone with no one there even caring for me when I die, well then, it's all for naught. God cares. I'll tell you that for sure. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. At the end of the day. Now, is it cool if it's an added bonus? If others do, yeah. But that's an added bonus. Call that an added bonus for a reason. There's a reason why it's called that. There's a reason why it's called an added bonus. And not just a necessity. Because you don't need it. Literally, it's just an added bonus. I like to say an added addition. An added addition. I like to do that type of talk. It's an added addition. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. You don't need it. So chill, man. You don't need to get all this, get all that. Keep your peace where it needs to be. Keep your peace where it needs to be. Be where your peace is. Get in God's presence. Be where you need to be. Keep your head high. I'll say it every time. And we gonna rhyme. You already know. Cause we feeling fine. Today and every day. Cause you got to, bro. If people steal your peace, by the way, when you come to that understanding, you're not gonna be chasing after people who are already stealing your peace in the first place, bro. They started from the jump by stealing your peace. That's the innate state right now. Not even right now, just the innate state is stealing your peace. And you still trying to go crazy for them, bro. Like, leave it be, bro. They ain't worth your time. The moment they start stealing your peace, get out of there, bro. Distance yourself as much as you possibly can. The less you know them, the easier it is, I tell you that. Way, way easier. Way easier. Way easier. I'm gonna get to a really busy part, so I'll get back to you if we get into a non-busy section. Fish is still there. Funny thing is, there's actually two fish. I don't know where they keep coming from, but yeah, it's the same place. There's two fish. One fish, two fish, that fish, blue fish. There's two fish. There's two of them. Could not tell you why. Couldn't tell you. There's two of them. There's dos. There's two of them, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. But I actually don't have a lot of time in this recording, so I don't want to overdo it. So I'll be back a little later when we get out of the place and we come back walking type of thing. Now we're on our third recording. So just went and got some food. And basically, you know, it is what it is. We chilling. It's hot though, which is good though. I mean, that's a good thing. I just have it out. It's like hot on my hand, you know. Hey man, a little bit of pain won't do you no wrong, man. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of pain, man. Works out for the better. Hold up. I was about to say, I was about to say you were about to see the fish, but somebody took it. Somebody took it, bro. Oh, there's still a bit of fish there. Every time I come back, there's more fish, man. There's always more fish. Yeah, it was kind of busy over there, so I just happens, man. I need to go try to find more of those parks that are not as busy, man. I need to go out at times when I'm not busy. But it's kind of hard, just because, let's be honest, I live in a busy area, so we'll have to see about that, I guess. But yeah, what is it? One of these like boxes, cardboard boxes that some of the food is in is like, it's like soft, which probably means there's something wet in there. Let's be honest, bro. Pause? I think so. I don't need to pause that, bro. Hey, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. But otherwise, chill. I mean, they were out of one thing though, or they couldn't do one thing, so I had to like replace it with another item. But what's funny is the item that I replaced it with cost more. They didn't charge me again. So basically, it was like, okay, we can't do this, but we'll replace it with something that costs more. And well, yeah, because it felt good enough. But the person never seemed. She seemed kind of. I mean, I'm always respectful. You know what I mean? But she seemed kind of tuckered out, tired, man. It's just how life goes, bro. You know, your life just does a bunch of stuff outside of work, and then you get into work and a bunch of stuff in work. It just gets tough all around, man. It's tough all around. And that's just how it goes, bro. It's just really a workout right now. Holding this in one hand like this, flexing my muscles to do it, man. It feels like if I was walking normally, this would be fine, but it feels like I'm just tensing these muscles and straining it, and I'm like, ugh. I'm using these muscles, man. Using the muscles. The kitties, whoa. Whoa. There's 3 kitties. 3 of them. 3 little kitties. And the black one is always the weird one, bro. I swear, that boy is staring. It's like, while the other one's just chilling, doing their own thing. Anyway, what was the time about before though? I've been in there for a minute, longer than it seems like to you, because it's literally instant. Of course, that's how it was. But technically, I think I was in there for like 20 minutes, something like that. It probably was 20 minutes, 15, 20, could have been. Worth it though. Worth it, man. Have to do what you can for, you know what I mean? No, I don't like when you go to a restaurant and you sit there and you wait for an hour just for them to bring out appetizers. Hey, why is that a thing? Why do we go to a diner or like a sit-down restaurant and we gotta wait hours for our food? It's hour 3 and you finally got your main meal. You're just sitting there talking for the longest time. Just make sure it's not leaking. So it very well might be, and I just didn't notice. But yeah, you gotta. What am I starting that sentence like that? You gotta. What am I gonna tell you to do? You gotta. What you gonna tell me to do, man? Huh? What I gotta do today, huh? I always gotta do something with you, huh? With you, it's always about me doing something, huh? It's always do this, do that with you. Huh? Man, you always tell me something to do. I'm sorry, man. This is how it goes, bro. Matter of fact, I ain't sorry. I'll keep telling you what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm talking about. At least I think I do. I want to think that I do. I don't get it from me. Some of it do come from me. It's my opinion. And that's just how it is as a human. You get your opinion. But the rest, when I'm talking about scripture and stuff, that's from God, bro. That ain't me. I ain't really got much to say, man. Really, we're just getting our steps in. That was the main reason why we do this in the first place, anyway. Get your steps in, man. Better than nothing. It's like you walk versus you don't walk. One is getting your steps in and one is not. Which one you pick it? Which one you pick it? That's what I'm saying, man. Get your steps in. Get your steps in. Talk about a 1, 2, 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. Sometimes we just don't have much to talk about. We're just existing, man. We just existing, man. It's fine too. Just do your thing, chill out, man. It ain't that serious. I got some big message every time, bro. We're chilling. Not every episode is an absolute banger. We're chilling either way. Today, tomorrow, too. You already know. As long as we get there, I ain't promised, but hey. And that dude back there, he was. That is, same dude washing the car, same dude. Same one. And he was driving his car back into his lot. I thought he was about to drive away, but he drove into his lot with his car. He hopped in the car, door open, kept it open, kept his foot out the car, and drove it back to where it needed to be, I guess. Yeah, it's just leaking out the. Well, it's not leaking out the bottom. It's just there's juices on the food, so soaking through, I guess. And it's naturally making it soft. Man, that's much of y'all want to hate on plastic, man. That's why plastic's better than cardboard, man. Wood soaks. Wood soaks, man. Cardboard's made out of wood, I think. Could be made out of dead children's hooves. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro. I was talking about at the end of the day, like it's some intense message. I was literally just gonna say, oh yeah, but plastic's better. You know, I'm gonna be like, but the turtles. Yeah, I know plastic's not actually good. We shouldn't be actually using plastic. I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. Is it good for our planet? No. Is it good for, you know, is it just good for food? Yeah, sure holds up all right. I tell you that. Wouldn't be no none of that leakage type of stuff, you know. We'd be chilling for real. You know what I'm saying? There'll be none of all that. There'll be none of that. You just advocate for plastic use, yeah. Sounds good. a man can leak all at once. I can lick it from up in the bag. That is wild. I don't know if y'all do that, but that would be weird. Hopefully you don't. I mean, you could. As long as the bag ain't dirty, you can lick it up from the inside of the bag. Now, if you're looking at the image of that, you like look at it up. That's a little much. But like, if you just like, letting it do its thing, you just like, you scoop it up with a spoon or something. Man, we might be getting some oyster pour somewhere. And then we can get some either way. We gotta cut this one short. What a perfect way to end this one. But yeah, we ended it there because we back. And that's about it. Either way, hope you enjoyed the walk. I did. It was definitely fun. Like I said, I don't know that I can do it every single day. Probably cannot. But it is fun. So I do as much as I can, get my walks in, and that's good. So either way, hope you enjoyed. Learned something, had some fun or something. I don't know, whatever you got from this. And that being said, I see you when I see you, if I see you. Talk to you if I talk to you, when I talk to you. I see you when I see you, if I see you. But I wouldn't want to be you. Anyway, that's it. Peace.